can see what's going to happen. People are going to line up for their tests and they're going to be told, oh yes, you're positive or whatever, and then they're going to, all sorts of dire consequences are going to come out of that, not least of which might be this new vaccination that they're feverishly trying to put together. Seeing a prime example of it now with the coronavirus scare is just how complicit the mainstream media is in the fraud, really. I mean, you imagine if the mainstream media wasn't covering this coronavirus thing in the way they are, with all the scare stories on an almost 24-hour basis, day by day, it wouldn't have been nearly as successful from the government's point of view of this lockdown, which they've locked down practically the world.
And those postulates, the first one, which is just that sick people have this germ and healthy people don't have it.
Yeah.
Just that first one has not even been satisfied for any infectious disease.
Absolutely.
So we don't even need the other three, because the first one, the most basic one, has not been satisfied.
Yeah.
That's what we concentrated in the book, because that one follows complete logic, and if that one fails, as you say, the other three are pretty much irrelevant.
Every experiment that I've seen where they claim to have isolated the virus, they basically put it in a culture medium which is specifically designed to put out these exosomes. And the exosomes, and if you look at the electron microscope, right, like I've showed in my presentation, they are virtually identical in appearance.
People ill, and they were able with their optical microscopes to examine the blood, and first of all they could only see what we now know as bacteria, and it was while they were looking at bacteria that they made the first fundamental mistake, really, because they would see in the blood bacteria clustered around probably dead or dying cells, and made the basic mistake of the bacteria were the cause of the dead and dying cells, rather than realizing that they are actually part of the body's cleanup system. I think the more we look into this, they'll see what's really behind this so-called pandemic, and I do say so-called. I think the only pandemic is in misrepresentation and bad testing.